All right, back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing yet another beer from Hop Butcher for the World, and they're out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is their Fallwater. So they're calling this one a Lórien-hopped German Pale Ale. It comes in at 5.25% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed in time of review. This can is just under 6 weeks old. I'm going to give a huge thanks and shout out once again to Hop Butcher for hooking me up with this one. In the description box, I'll post a link to the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies they hooked me up with, and I am really intrigued by this one. So typically when Hop Butcher releases a beer for the week on social media, they'll post a little blurb about it. And for this one, they said Lórien hops are an experimental lager hop, but they're using it in a German Pale Ale. I don't know what they mean by German Pale Ale. Maybe they're using a bunch of like Pilsner Malt or something, but really didn't specify. But yeah, this sounds really interesting. Now, the one thing in my mind, and I have not seen anybody review this, I have not looked on Untapped or any kind of social media to see pictures of this one. I do wonder if this is going to be like a clear beer or if it's going to be a hazy. I don't know. I'm kind of interested. We're going to find out right now. So I didn't look at the tasting notes. We will look at the end, but I'm really excited about this one. I'm hoping that it's clear. But we'll see. Why am I hoping it's clear? Because so many hazies from Hop Butcher. I'd like a clear beer. We'll see. Oh, it's clear. Well, not like crystal clear, but it's clear. All right, we're not going to pour it all in. A little bit of Dirty Glass Mafia. It happens. We'll do this. And most of it's gone. So, okay, it's not totally clear. It's hazy, but it's so light. And because it's a 5.25% German Pale Ale, when it's pouring out, it looked clear, but it's obviously going to be hazy, and on camera, you're going to see haze. So this is like an old school kind of like a Vermont Pale Ale or something like that, where it has some haziness to it. It has like in person, like a bright, like yellow. It's very vibrant. I had about a finger of a bright white head that is now dissipated into like a thin film, basically. But yeah, is that a 5.25% German Pale Ale? Sure. It looks nice, though. It does look nice. Let's get a nose. Yeah, so this... funny. This is funny because I think if I was doing this as a mystery / whodunit beer, I would, off the rip, think this is like an IPL. That's what I would say based on the nose. I'm getting nice hoppy presence of like, there's like grapefruit, there's orange, there's things of that nature. Maybe a touch of like a peach, mango. Yeah, it's in that neighborhood. So a little bit of stone fruit, mostly citrus. But the malt character to me is like that Pilsner malt. So it's like, it has like a real grainy, almost like crackery type of sensation to it. Very grainy. A little bit like a sweet maltiness, like maybe like a slight honey type of aroma. But we'll just say like a sweet bread aroma, like definitely like crackery, bready, things of that nature. But this smells so, it's gonna be so refreshing. That's what I'm getting on the nose. A touch of lemon now as I go back. The citrus was more like an orange, grapefruit. Now it's more lemon. There's a little bit of like this floral, earthy touch of pine on the back. Like I was gonna say the back of the palate. Obviously it's not on the palate, but like after I take a sniff, it's like the last thing that's kind of lingering. Yeah, it smells really nice. Now I just went back and there's like a big like hop resin type of aroma. Yeah, it smells really refreshing. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Hop Butcher. People beeping outside. I don't know why. Yeah, this beer is exactly how I pictured it. Mouthfeel on this one's like lower side of medium body, 5.25. A little bit bigger than I thought. It's not like, big and thick or anything, but I thought this was going to be a little bit maybe more watery, but it's not. But Hop Butcher usually does great with the bodies. And the mouthfeel, this is super crisp on the palate. A lot of carbonation dancing on the tongue, very crisp. It finishes really clean too. A little bit of a lingering bitterness. So right up front, the malt is kind of dominating for me. I'm getting a little bit of honey, that grainy sensation. Yeah, crackery, bready, grainy, a little bit of honey, like a touch of honey. You're probably not using honey malt. Maybe they are, I doubt it. But just a little bit of honey on the palate. Right after that, I'm hit with not like super sweet fruits, but more of like the zest or the rind of like an orange, grapefruit, lemon. It's more citrus heavy. There's a little bit of like an underripened, like maybe peach right after it. And then it finishes with this Really nice earthy floral kind of resinous hop tone. It finishes mild to moderately bitter, semi-dry, really balanced. All that sweet malt up front is delicious. Then you're hit with the hop characters that, again, they don't, like, there's a pronounced sweetness up front from the malt, but all those hop characters, all the fruity hop characters are not too sweet on the palate. Like I said, it's more zesty and rindy, and I think it tones it down so when you hit with the finish, it's not like, oh, big blast of sweetness, and then right on the finish, there's a big bitterness or a big dryness. I think it kind of does it in layers, and it kind of subtly the way I'm trying to explain, I'm trying to, in my mind, how to picture this is like a lot of times you get a big blast of sweetness on your palate from the malt, and then on the back end, something hits it and balances it out. This one is more of a gradual decline of the sweetness, I would say. It's the best way to put it. At least the best way I'm going to put it, because I'm not great at this. I'm not even average at this. I'm terrible. But anyway, this is really solid for what it is. It's a low ABV German pale ale. It's drinking to me like an IPL. If I was doing this blind, I might even say this is lager-esque. There's a little bit of funkiness here. But German pale ale, sure. I mean, I could crush a ton of these. Very easy drinking, 5.25%. You can't tell the alcohol in here at all. Like, that's how easy it drinks. Yeah, not much more to say about it. Is it anything amazing? Not to my palate, but it's not meant to be. This is going to be one of those low ABV crushers from Hop Butcher where you buy a 4-pack and it's going to be reasonably priced. You throw it in the fridge, have a couple when you're not really in the mood for like a big hoppy monster of a beer from them. And I think they did a good job with them. I'll pour the rest in here. We'll do tasting notes after I rate it, and then we'll do price and availability. So, Fallwater from Hop Butcher. I am going to give that a high 4 out of 5 and go 4.05 out of 5. Why? I don't know. That's what I'm feeling right now. So really good beer. Tasting notes. Fresh fruit. Yeah, I mean, I'd say fresh citrus. That's what I'm really getting on this one. Yeah, fresh citrus. And like I said, it's more of like maybe the entire fruit as opposed to just the zest and the rind. You're getting everything. So fresh fruit makes sense. I would have said fresh citrus for what I'm tasting. Close enough. Sweet cereal. Yeah, so they're saying cereal grain. I just said generic graininess. Sure. Sweet cereal grain. For me, I was getting a little bit of like a honey up front, a touch of like a bready, crackery thing, but definitely sweeter malt forward on the front of the palate. And then last is pleasant floral. Yeah, definitely. I said earthy and floral, no doubt. On the back of the palate, there is this unmistakable earthy floral type of thing. And it's really cool because I don't get that in a lot of Hop Butcher beers, but I don't get that in a lot of beers in general. A lot of times I'll say florals, maybe like the second or third character. A lot of times these beers for me finish earthy, herbaceous, dank. This one has more of an earthy and floral kind of tone to it, so pretty good. Not much more to say about it. Like I said, 4.05 out of 5, price and availability. I'm pretty sure in Chicagoland these are like, I think it's $12.99 a 4-pack or $13.99 4-pack. Pretty good value for something like this. I wish more breweries did that price point instead of a lot of times for something like this, I'm paying $16 4-pack for, like an other half beer like this. So if Hop Butcher can charge $3 or less than a lot of other half beers, then more power to them. And I'm sure more breweries could do it as well. Availability in the Chicagoland, but now Hop Butcher's seen all over the place. So if you really want some Hop Butcher stuff, you can get your hands on it. You just got to do a little bit of legwork. That's all, just a little bit. So thanks again to Hop Butcher for this beer. Thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. If you've had this one, let me know what you think about it. If I was doing this, like I said, blind whodunit beer, I would have said IPL, and I would have guessed about 5.5%. That's what I would have said. I would have been wrong because it's a German pale ale and it's 5.25, but I think this has that good marriage of like, it just has a lager feel, but clearly it's an ale, but it's a fun beer. So anyway, till the next one. Cheers.